Welcome to The Mavericks, a real estate internship and competition program designed to breed the next generation of Nigerian business leaders and global change agents. Conceived by Lekki Gardens, one of Nigeria's foremost real estate firms, The Mavericks seeks to take 40 entrepreneurs on a 22-week journey where they will have a once-in-a-lifetime chance of being trained and mentored by renowned and successful entrepreneurs, education experts, and business leaders. The grand prize of 5 million naira and a brand new house will be up for grabs amongst several other prizes. Here at Planet One Hotels in Lagos, the auditions begin with several entrepreneurs gathered here to compete for the chance to become the Maverick. To be a Maverick, you must stand out from the crowd. Think differently, be unconventional, unorthodox, and a game changer.
This is the Mavericks, and we intend to build the next set of entrepreneurs from here going forward. You're welcome to an initiative of Lekki Gardens. We are looking for the brightest minds. We are looking for the best 40 people who would qualify from this stage and move into the academy. My name is Damola Gidado, and I am your program coordinator. Once again, welcome to the Mavericks and best of luck. See you guys in the academy. Thank you.
Meet the audition judges. Victor Oluwadari, CEO, Townsway Investment Limited. Chuks Iwona, CEO, Don Dollar Limited. Remy Dairo, President, Institute of Productivity and Business Innovation Management. And ace broadcaster and CEO of Six Brains Consulting, Busolami Tunwashi. 500 aspiring entrepreneurs gathered here at Planet One for the auditions. The task ahead is not an easy one for the judges. After 2 days of audition, they have to select the top 75 contestants who would proceed to the next phase, the boot camp.
Tell us what you know about the Mavericks.
It's a show.
For the bold.
You're losing me.
10 people like fufu.
So what's fufu? So there's a so that means we have fufu and fufu.
I make bidia belt, not this one. I didn't come with any of my work.
What are you passionate about?
I'm passionate about agriculture.
I am a very good businessman, a very good negotiator.
If you go through this stage, you would like to see some of those documents.
Well, I can't bring my chicken here, I'm sorry.
Where are you from in Ondo State?
Osun State.
Osun State. Where are you from?
I'm from Orai, Gomino.
I just know that is on fish farming. Fish farming is all about a breeding of fishes.
Why did you come here?
I'm here basically to learn.
It's to learn.
What's your vision?
I don't take no for an answer.
I always call myself the sophisticated Meshai.
So what I've understood is that about
This is something that would put Africa on the map.
Your voice wants to bring down this.
I'm sorry.
This is an opportunity for me. If I can get the 5,000, is a big
5,000?
5 million, sorry.
I'm here to win the 5 million naira in the house.
Permit me to call you something here, Yoruba stuff. I will call you Baby Yoniru.
No, hold on. No, I know how to convince people. I'm a very good...
But you've not been able to convince her.
Unfortunately, not everyone is caught out to be a maverick.
What's your
And some
business idea?
contestants must end their journey
My business
here
idea.
at the auditions.
I have several.
Don't come here and tell me you have several. Which one do you want me to listen to? Which one do you think will worth my time? Because I don't have the time.
Everybody's just selling fish and fish and fish.
All right, see you tomorrow.
My personal vision is to be part of the solution concerning the economy of this country.
Business idea.
Currently, I want to expand into processing of soy Europe. I want to make our local condiments appealing.
Iluege is a hub that will bring together barbers, barbershop, salons, stylists, spas. Bring them together. Let their clients find them. Let their clients book appointments with them. It's the first in Nigeria. I have coffee beans grown from Taraba. And our goal is to use Nigerian grown coffee.
And I'm here because I don't just want to make wonderful shoes. I want to change the face of the manufacturing industry of this country.
In one word, bringing the solar energy into Nigeria.
My idea is to sell in tourism to bring into my state to generate investors. Ondo State.
Ondo State, okay.
Yes.
My business idea is about how to reduce the collapse of building in Nigeria.
After 2 days of intense auditions, with the judges spending 10 to 12 hours daily meticulously screening contestants, the judges had to make their final decision. It wasn't an easy task, but the judges had to select 75 people from over 500 contestants who came for the auditions. The selection was based on merit, as every contestant had a fair chance to prove themselves worthy of becoming the Maverick. In batches, the contestants faced the judges one more time for the verdict. And the top 75 selection process began. Successful contestants were extremely excited and could not hold back their joy as the judges gave them the good news. These top 75 contestants will be given 1 week break and reassembled at the Hermitage Resort, Akodo, here in Lagos for the boot camp, a 3-day intense and brain-tasking camp to further help the judges trim down their selection to 40. This will be the final selection stage where the final 40 will emerge. The journey to becoming a Maverick in real life is not an easy one, and on this show, only the best will be worthy of being crowned the Maverick. After the successful auditions and emergence of the top 75 candidates, the journey to becoming the Maverick continues. The contestants arrive at the boot camp here in Lagos to begin a 3-day intense brain-tasking camp session where the judges will decide who makes the top 40. The battle is just about to begin. Nobody will qualify for top 40 except the very best, as only the very best is worthy of being crowned the Maverick. After a few hours of rest and settling into their rooms, and of course dinner, the contestants are summoned to face the judges. This time around, they are not required to pitch their business ideas. The judges have a surprise task for them. They were given a few minutes to organize themselves into groups and prepare for a presentation about Nigeria, their beloved country, a presentation that should encapsulate the history, problems, and solutions to get our dear country out of recession.
So make your presentations. You come out here one after the other. That's the groups. Group 1, group 2, 5 minutes. Shine. Let us see you. The stage is yours. Enjoy. Welcome, everybody.
My name is Nigeria. I was born in 1914. My parents blessed the day they saw my birth. I brought joy to the faces of millions of people. I was called the giant of Africa, the savior of the world. But slavery was my lot. Battered and shattered.
Bottle water, 100 naira ke. Say wetin happen. Is this the Nigeria we bargain for? My natural resources, 100 naira. Oh, Nigeria. Since 1960 that you gained independence, I can't believe it that you are still this empty. Despite the fact that you are being blessed with all natural resources by God. My God, what can we do?
Nigeria of my dream. Oh, great Nigeria. The giants of Africa. What has happened? My brothers in the Niger Delta, bombing pipelines, the Boko Harams, killing citizens. This is not the Nigeria of our dreams. The Nigeria of our dreams is a Nigeria that when you wake up, you have basic amenities, hospitals, schools, good road and lights. I know that my Nigeria will be great again.
The Nigeria of my dream, a pathway from recession to abundance. The Nigeria of my dream. I dream of a Nigeria where one day corruption will cease. I dream of a Nigeria where one day every family will be able to afford a cup of rice. I dream of a Nigeria where one day government policies will support small and medium-scale enterprises. I dream of a Nigeria where one day $1 will equal 1 naira.
A little short for me though. You know, straight to the point, fine, but you're all not involved. I could see maybe 3-4 people, you know, maybe because of the concept though. Yeah, the message is there: security, education, and youth empowerment.
Valentine, you came in here, you couldn't even lift off 1 or 2 words from the pages there. You were reading and your eyes were glued to the paper. That's not good for presentation. Nobody got that message. Your message was obscure and you have to learn how to pass the message. So, but I wasn't really impressed, really.
After the presentation, the contestants finally realized that the bootcamp is not an easy one, and the journey to becoming a maverick is not a walk in the park. To become a maverick, you have to be worthy of being called the maverick. Being a maverick requires more than just intellect, business acumen, or leadership skills. Physical well-being and fun games is also part of the bootcamp session, as we realize that at both work and at play, a maverick must always stand out from the crowd. Here at the beach resort, the contestants are being tested on their physical abilities and disposition to social activities. At the end of this fun and workout session, we will discover which contestants are physically fit, mentally alert, and socially inclined to become the maverick. The contestants also get to enjoy fresh Nigerian cuisine as part of the hospitality here at the bootcamp. After all, a maverick is also a human being who needs to feed to survive and survive to win. To whom much is given, much is expected. And from whom much is expected, much should be given. One of the aims of the bootcamp is to enrich the contestants with knowledge and empower them with all the necessary tools they need before facing the judges for the final 40 selection process. The contestants will be subjected to several hours of lectures and motivational talks from different trainers, educators, and mentors. First of whom would be Mr. Remy Dairo, who happens to be one of the judges and also president of the Institute of Productivity and Business Innovation Management.
Thank you. Thank you. Let's start this way. The Mavericks. The Mavericks. Maverick. All right. Today I'll be talking briefly on what is called sales productivity. Sales productivity. I'm sure by my interaction with the sponsors of this program, one of the things that is very key for you is to learn the power and the skill of sales. It's going to help you in the journey now and the journey, after. So what I'm going to take you, I'm giving you an insight into the future. What you need now and what you need thereafter. So keep it. Some of you, you're going to need it now. Some of you need it later. Some of you will need it as you're going on in life. So what's the topic again? So the question is, let's start with, what is sale? What is productivity? So what is sale? What comes to your mind when you hear the word sales? What comes to your mind? Any answer is right. Ability to close the deal. Okay, giving of goods and service for a price. Fantastic. Meeting demands. Fantastic. Acts and process of getting a deal closed. When you hear the word productivity, what comes to your mind? Productivity. Measure of efficiency. Getting results. Therefore, sales productivity is getting result in sales or closing deal in the right way or getting what you're looking for in terms with sales. All right, let me give you a definition of productivity in my own words. Productivity is a complex word from two simple words. Productivity is a complex word from two simple words. Which are what? Product and what? Fantastic. You guys are wonderful. Products and activity. And I say this. Any activity that does not lead to a product is a game of futility. That is, if you see any man or any person busy with activity, jumping up and down, moving around, roaming around, roaming about, jumping up, coming, I said, at the end of the day, say, how far? What did you come up with? Say, nothing. I just tried. Is that productivity? No. You can be given the sales, targets, and you're all over the place. Walking from the island to the mainland, moving from Koi down to Lekki, back to, Ikorodu, then move down to Ikeja. From there, and then at the end of the day, they say, nothing was made. Is that productivity? No. Therefore, if you don't know what to do to get results in life, you just be full of activity. Life is not activity. Life should be productive. So the question is, how do I become more strategic in sales and get more results? How do I become an expert or somebody who understands the metrics of productivity and sales? So the first thing you need to know is P. The first P is problem. Problem. Everywhere you are, anywhere you are, there are problems. So I say this, problem is an opportunity for you to make sales. Problem is an opportunity for you to solve it. And when you solve a problem, you are adding a value. And when you add value, value will be returned back to you. So value given, value added. So everybody you see around, they are having one problem or the other. Is that true? Ask your neighbor, what's your problem? Is this something? I'm hungry. I need to take breakfast this morning. Right, so are we together? So there's a reality that there are problems everywhere, right? That's the first reality. But you know what? The next thing you need to do is to find the next P. Find a product that meets the need of the problem. Now, it is the product that answers the problem. Anytime you find a problem and you can sit down to create or find what has been created to solve the problem, so it's done. Oh, I need to stay in a good house. I need a good accommodation. Is there any product anywhere? Give me a product that can solve that. Lekki Gardens. So to every problem, there's a product either created by you or already created. So you don't need to go and create something new. There are products around you. And for here, Lekki Gardens is solving a problem of what? Accommodation, housing.
Next in line to enrich the contestants with knowledge and arm them with essential business survival nuggets is Mr. Leslie George, a human resource and business management consultant.
So let me introduce myself. What I do is help organizations and individuals move. That's what I do. In whatever way they want to move, that's what I do. How many of you remember 2001, September 11? Okay. 9/11, yeah, 9/11. Okay. After that thing happened, George Bush Jr. came up and he gave a speech. Somewhere in the middle of that speech, he said something that was seminal. As far as I'm concerned, he's not a brilliant fellow. But that one thing he said was brilliant. So at some point, he stopped and said, "We will not tire, we will not falter, and we will not fail." My name is... My name is... I will not tire. I will not falter. I will not fail. Now, that's interesting, right? But this is the part that is more interesting. What is the thing that is actually backing that statement for you? What tells you that you will not tire, that you will not falter, and that you will not fail? What tells you? Okay, now I'm asking a question. Determination, passion, yeah? Drive, goals, information, vision. Why are you here? Why are you here? Seriously, why are you here? Solve a problem. Okay. Network. To be empowered. To add value. Nobody's mentioning why they're really here, but then it's cool. Okay. How many of you remember, for some of us it was in economics, for some of us it was in commerce back in the day, the factors of production. How many of you remember factors of production? An enterprise. Did you say enterprise? You're the first person that I am hearing that says enterprise. Clap for yourself. You will always hear them say entrepreneurship. I don't know where they got that from, but that's what it is. Now, I asked you why you were here. That's what I asked you, why are you here? If you remember that, the factors of production, the first thing is what? Land represents every kind of natural resource that's available to you. If you take any kind of natural resource, think about it. Let's say we want to make a table. Where does that start? So what we do is we cut down a tree. As soon as we cut down the tree and we treat it and we prepare it, it is not natural resource anymore. It is what? How many of you can tell me what it is? Okay, when we get there, I'll tell you. First thing is land. Every kind of natural resource that's available to you. What's the next thing? Every kind of human resource that's available to you. I'm a carpenter, I'm an accountant, I'm whatever. Okay? What's the next thing? Every kind of man-made resource. Information, technology, money, market. And then what's the final thing? Enterprise is that ability, that skill, that competence, that know-how that actually enables you to take land, labor, capital, and create productivity. That's why you're here. Enterprise. It's not empowerment, it's enterprise. The reason why Lekki Gardens is doing this is enterprise. Because if they can actually get you to acquire that skill, it converts to what? What does it convert to? Remy kept saying it over and over again. Productivity. It converts to productivity. On a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being worst performance ever, 10 being the best performance possible, how good are you at what you do? 9. Okay, so it's not a 7, it's not an 8, it's not a 10, it's a 9. So what you did was you definitely just arrived at 9, skipped all that, because you're telling yourself that's where you are. Okay, so this is my question here. If you're a 9, you're not a 7, you're not an 8, you're not a 5, you're a 9, and you're not a 10. What is that thing between that 9 and that 10 that's stopping you from being a 10? You see, we as human beings, we fail to see our limitations. We don't see our limitations. I don't know how many of you have ever gone to an interview. If they ask you what are your strengths, you're quick to say it. But when they ask you what your weaknesses are, you start to fumble. You know why? Because as people, we don't focus on our weaknesses. We focus on our strengths.
So far, you've been engaging in a couple of activities, beach soccer, team bonding, presentations, on and on and on. But formally, we would like to introduce you to who we are as Lekki Gardens, what we do, the kind of minds that we want to attract into our system is no other person but Mr. Akin Romeo.
Thank you. Thank you. Please, let's have our seat. You're making me feel like a superstar. I am a superstar. Thank you very much for that. When there is no clarity about the direction that an individual is going, any direction will be okay. And the same also applies to an organization. If an organization is without a vision, the likelihood is that the organization will go nowhere. What organization uses to channel the energy of the people is vision. So when we show you the vision, you buy into the vision, you are able to run with the vision. And because it is not just an individual that is in an organization, you have quite a number of individuals in an organization. So a binding factor, a unifying factor, is the vision of that organization. So when an organization has a vision that is not shared, then there is a major problem. And when an organization is without a vision, that is even a bigger problem. In Lekki Gardens, our vision is to become a premier and most professionally run real estate investment firm in Africa. So for those of us who work in Lekki Gardens, we understand that this is the vision of the organization. This is what we want to be. This is where we are headed. And then, irrespective of wherever you find yourself in the organization, what should be uppermost in your mind is the achievement of this vision. We are here to make luxury affordable.
It's been a very long day for the contestants, but the day is far from over. Mr. Akin Romeo will continue his talks and intimates the contestants with the Lekki Gardens organogram, business structure and model, and every other information needed by the contestants to prepare them for the 22-week internship at Lekki Gardens, which remains an exclusive privilege for the top 40 contestants. At this point, nobody knows who will make it to top 40. But it's quite sure that only the very best will be selected to get a chance to become the Maverick. To be a Maverick, you have to be prepared for the unexpected. This quality of a Maverick was put to test in all contestants as they were summoned for an impromptu meeting with Stella Suleiman, CEO, Beacon Consulting. She has quite a lot to share with the contestants.
An idea for two of you. I have two people sitting down facing two areas of cleaning. An idea and a mentorship advice. know you can partner and grow. 2 of you, 1, 2, 4, 6 and 47. You can partner. You are looking and saying, I'm bringing in a machine. You are looking and saying, and I'm looking at clothes. You are looking and saying, you know what? I'm doing cars, homes, and clothes. You don't have to do it all, because one of the things about this program, even only one person will win the prize. Only one person. You can say, come together, you know what? Your skill, my skill, come together. Maybe we can do better things together. Maybe we can learn from each other. Maybe we can pull resources together. It is one idea. So taking away from the program, part of the things you will learn in the program, not only is it about the prize. Sometimes it's not who wins the prize. Sometimes it's what you gain from the program.
Stella Suleiman would also like to know who the contestants are, where they are from, and why they are here. A question that sounds so simple, but yet the answer can make or mar their chances of becoming the Maverick.
I'm an architect. I'm here to learn from the real estate internship program, give myself a career opportunity at Lekki Gardens, and also try to win the prize money of 5 million naira and a house.
So I like your own. So it's either I win the money or I get a job.
Yes.
Good strategy.
Currently, I work as an estate surveyor for Sabrina Properties Limited. I'm into estate agency really. I'm into sales more. So I want to go into property development and sales eventually. So since Mavericks Property is about real estate internship and entrepreneurship, and I want to go into the business, I feel I can learn 1 or 2 things I can need for my business.
Well, I didn't know it was Mavericks Properties, but it's good to know.
No,
you
Mavericks,
know,
Mavericks internship.
A Maverick is not a jack of all trade and master of none. A Maverick is a master at all he does, a lesson one of the contestants is about to learn.
Sprechen Sie Deutsch?
Sprechen Deutsch.
What level? Because ich sprechen Sie kleine Deutsch. Ich habe Grund zu verzweifeln.
Ja.
So that's why I said before you start saying this thing, if you say ja, that's wrong. In German, there's no J.
I say ja.
There's no J.
Ja.
There's no J. You need to, by the time you say things, you need to go, there's no J. The word J does not exist in German. Even if it is written, it's not pronounced. So go and each language, by the time you sit down and say, I do 11 languages. I understand 11 languages. Make sure that your understanding has a proficiency level. Okay? You know, you start getting, I have a diploma in German. I have a Grund zu verzweifeln, that's level 2, proficiently. And the level 3 is the highest. And I do not say I speak it because there's nobody to practice it with.
It's close to midnight. And after several hours of talking to all contestants here at the boot camp, one by one, Stella Suleiman is about to take her leave. But the contestants have to undergo another round of interviews, this time around with the judges. It's past midnight. The contestants are tired, but far from done, as the judges are now ready to listen to their business ideas all over again, as well as their special advice to the president on how to move the Nigerian economy forward. For the next few hours, the judges will listen to all contestants one by one, and then go on a short recess to put heads together and decide those who make it to the top 40 list and those who sadly have to end their journey here at the boot camp.
Good evening, judges. My name is Babatunde Akim Lawal, and I am the founder and CEO of Smart Agro Technologies Limited. While I was in university, I've always believed that agriculture is a multi-billion-dollar business. I wasn't wrong. When I left the university, I decided to embark on poultry production, and I raised 600 birds. So I thought to myself, what can I do to help these farmers? And millions of them across Africa. So I decided to come up with a product called the Bird Track. And that's what my company, Smart Agro, is coming to do. My advice to the president, as an agricultural economist and extension service agents who work with farmers and also own farms, I would say that an average farmer in Africa is very, very poor. In Nigeria, the story is not different. But the problem here is not that we don't have enough farmers. We have over 80 million farmers in Nigeria currently. The problem is we have ineffective farm operations. And I believe that if the government can focus on technology in terms of agricultural technology, and that's what my company, SmartAgro, is coming to do in Nigeria.
I have issue with the content, your messaging. You sound intelligent about it, but you didn't really mash out your point correctly in terms of your advice to the president in specific terms. So you have to learn how to nail it down. At the end of the day, your message should be take home what you can take away from here.
My name is David Ogebe. I am a creative director and a 2D animator. In the past few months, I conceived a business idea called House of Heroes. We uphold specialty in building business brand identities, rebrands through interactive media design. The big question is, how many startup companies and already existing companies can afford to stay competitive, especially with the advance in technology? What is your perceived image? What is your perceived brand identity out there? Can you withstand the competition? The government and Mr. President can efficiently boost small and medium enterprises by improving infrastructure. And when I say infrastructure, I talk about telecommunication, power supply, water supply, and access roads. I believe with these things in place, SMEs will be able to perform optimally and achieve their goals, improving national development and economic strength in our country. I remain David Ogebe. Thank you very much.
Do you have anything? A quick one for me. You took the advice I gave you yesterday, but what you will have done that will have gladdened my heart is for you to take it a notch further. You didn't. I would like you to situate how, for instance, access to credit, for instance, power, electricity supply will help the medium and small enterprises specifically, not just, you said you were passionate about it, but I didn't get the passion. But you spoke well, but you have to learn how to carve your message. It wasn't well carved.
Ekper Daniels. Please permit the voice. My business idea was birthed in about one year ago, Revamp Luxury Designs. Revamp Luxury Designs is an interior and furniture-based company that is based in Lagos, Nigeria, with an international perspective. We provide interior design solutions to both commercial and residential spaces. Our products and services include interior design consultations, refurbishing of furnitures, sales of special purchase furnitures, also sales of accessories, antiques, and
All right, I'm going to put you out of your misery. You're nervous.
Why you keep on staring at her?
Is she the only person here?
You want to impress her, right?
I'm the founder and CEO of DreamTech Enterprise Solution, a web design and digital marketing firm. Therefore, I've come forth with a product called AgroSquare. It's a web-based mobile and offline solution that connects farmers to farm inputs, seeds, fertilizers, farm machineries. Therefore, if the government can support SMEs and the agri sectors with all these solutions, there will be food security and our farmers will be able to feed our country. Thank you.
You were able to bring out 1 or 2 points in terms of specific access to credit and things like that. That was good. But your confidence is not there. And we all do. We all have butterflies, but you have to learn how to manage it.
My business idea is based on my passion for planning and organizing. And my vision is to improve self-esteem and maximize productivity in the avenue of clean homes.
You don't sound intelligent about it, and I'm really disappointed. And I told you in Lagos, you have to learn how to enunciate your words correctly. You have to learn how to open your mouth. You have a tight jaw. So if you don't open your mouth, I can hear you.
I am a dry cleaner, and I've been doing this business for about a year, 6 months. And I noticed that during the course of this period that we'll be doing this business, we noticed some shortfall on how we've not been able to meet our customers' demand. I went to online, I saw a company called VAG company. It's in China. I noticed they have this machine that can iron one shirt for 14 seconds. In less or 1 hour, you can iron 240 shirts. Now I say, okay, if we have a machine that can wash in less than 15 minutes and a drying machine that can iron less than 5 minutes, and this ironing machine that can iron 240 shirts in less than 1 hour, if we put this together, in less than an hour, we'll be able to get 240 shirts. And if I want to advise my president, I'll tell Mr. President, please, what we need, the SMEs, entrepreneurs, we need soft loans, single digits, where we'll be able to access these loans to be able to put in our business so we can affect the ordinary Nigerians. Because the truth is that oil is up, oil is down. It's not affecting the big men. It is we that are in this place that is affecting. So in this way, if we can access this loan, I tell you, it will be very easy for everybody. Thank you.
Oh yeah,
Yeah. From the problem, I'm going to use the P's you talked about today.
Go on.
Yeah, I was wondering if anybody have actually seen an animation video in their house. I'm sure you guys have seen Angry Birds. And I'm sure we saw it in the cinema, right? So we paid, and we paid into the US economy. So if reverse was the case, maybe our animations are the ones that they have to pay for to see. So for that, I'm the solution, which is I have an animation company. I'm going to advise the president that, excuse me, sir, I was wondering if we could remember that we have more than 300 MDAs in the country, and one of them is Smidan. Smidan has a lot of rules, as in a lot of aims and objectives, vision and missions that state that they need to provide raw materials, equipment to SMEs. Also, they need to facilitate network between small and medium enterprises with branded and large medium enterprises. They stated all these aims and objectives, and no one is thinking about the articulation of all this. If we can articulate all these laws, we don't need to make new policies. If we can articulate all these rules.
What's the definition of articulate?
Trying to achieve what they've written, like.
That's articulation?
Sorry.
Come and get your laptop on my table. Some guy, whatever this is called, come and get it.
Okay, thank you.
I became very angry when I started my Salubata business. I started this when I started going to a co-market to purchase sandals. These are substandard sandals. And I started selling it to my customers. And I started complaining, started making complaints. And I felt like my integrity is at stake. And I do not like this. So I felt like, okay, now, I need to start rebranding my products. I need to start putting my name, Salubata, on my products. I need what is referred to as quality. Quality is a major criteria in our business and in our leather business in Nigeria. Now, Salubata is a sustainable business. Now, my advice to the president, following the deals, the complaints about importation since the year 1981, there have been plans, but there have not been strategies. Now, I have some strategies. Number one strategy I have is infrastructure, and I have two major things under infrastructure. One is power. I need power, and I need power to run my company. And I also need good road networks. That is infrastructure. Now, the second is capacity building. I realize that most of our SMEs do not have the formal education. They do not have the training required. They do not have the certification required. If you go on the street of Alaba, you will realize that most of the SMEs don't even have a business account. That is a problem. Most people, most entrepreneurs currently running in Lagos do not even have an insurance. Those are part of the training.
All right, my comment is this. Some of you pick words and you don't even know the picture of those words. They have plans but don't have strategy. That's what I was talking about, was talking about articulation. And she meant implementation.
As the presentations go on and on into the early hours of the morning, the contestants seem very determined to make one final attempt, which might influence the judge's decision to select them amongst the top 40. But whatever the judges decide, all contestants will still be hosted to a special party at the Oriental Hotel here in Lagos to celebrate their achievements thus far, after which the top 40 contestants will be unveiled. Bootcamp is finally over, and this calls for celebration as all the top 75 contestants are hosted to a lavish party at the Oriental Hotel, Lagos. This is a celebration of the achievement so far.
Follow my way. Suddenly, see, everywhere I go, everybody know. Now me they run the show. Hey, the people wanna know how I make my dough, and they like my flow. See, my music is sweeter. They love you, my ginger. The #1 singer. They want see my number. Now we getting it, and we're spreading it, we're controlling it, and we're rolling it. They are loving it, they are feeling it, and we're making it. Hey, see, they want to follow my way. They want to follow my way. Suddenly, everybody want me like me, yeah. Everybody want me like me. Hey, suddenly,
Like an angel in the morning, shooting star across the night. The most beautiful girl I've seen in all my life. Every second spent with you, it's like a day that starts brand new. Girl, I'm so amazed at all the things you do. Yeah, I want me, all over me, or me alive with me. I will love you forever.
As the tension builds, the judges finally reveal the top 40 contestants.
I have 2 more names to go. Take a breath. Just 1 more to go. Michael Magoli.
We celebrate the top 40 contestants who will advance to the next stage and compete to become the Maverick. Before leaving Lagos for a proper induction by Lekki Gardens in Abuja, all the top 40 contestants are hosted once again. This time around, they get to meet the founder of Lekki Gardens as he walks them through a few success tips which they would need if they want to become a maverick.
People, I got into business quite early. It's in dreams like his that people like you find your dreams. You should never forget the seeds that were sown in you that made you great in the first place. So stand up, let's pray. Our Father and our God, we thank you for the opportunity to serve you. We thank you for the chance to be alive. We couldn't have paid for it even if we wanted to. And so we celebrate your kindness in it. Your word says that you would give us peace that passeth understanding. Give us that peace in our hearts that this is the right thing to do right now. And so let us accept your word. Let us accept your grace. And let us accept your goodness. Let us be grateful for it. Father, open our minds that we may see wonderful things that you have done. Give us understanding that we may be 10 times better than the princess. Help us to capture understanding and imaginations and dreams from this moment that will catapult us into places that we never imagined would be. Take all the glory and praise and do what only you can do in this meeting. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Please sit down. First and foremost, have a dream. Your heart must be anchored to a hope. A dream is where your heart anchors to that tomorrow will be better. The clearer that dream is, the more specific it is, the more pictorial it is to you, the easier it is for your entire being to drift towards it. You must have something, a picture of the future. You don't need to dream my dream. You need to dream your dream. You can't have 10 dreams. Stop it. The thing that endears our hearts the most is a big dream or a beautiful dream. Because we can see our past and we can see their future. A purpose makes you attractive. It makes people begin to envy you. It will make you to make impact. That's the next one. Be ready to make impact. What is impact? An impact is a sudden, forceful exertion of force that creates required change. I believe I'm talking to Mavericks. Yes, I believe so. So that's why I'm not being casual. I'm deliberate about what I'm saying. You are your most priceless asset. You must know how to value yourself, use your force. The force that God has put inside you to create impact. This is fundamental. Have an identity. Never stop keeping your identity together. You cannot be all things to all men at all times. Have a specific nature that you have found out that is you and represent that nature. It's not how much you keep in your account, it's how many lives you change. I don't even want to be you. I don't want to be like your father. I don't want to be like your pastor. I don't want to be like the richest man in Nigeria. I don't want to be like anybody. I want to be me. So I fixed my identity early enough. Fix yours. If you said you're an entrepreneur, how do entrepreneurs behave? They create value. Create. Don't create excuses. Create value. Because you are living true to your identity, you don't feel you are under suffering when you are making sacrifices. Sacrifices is not suffer. It is paying upfront for tomorrow. Have an identity. Look. Because I wanted to be. Look, don't look for miracle. Be the miracle. If you are people's miracle, God will bring your own miracles. Make an excuse for people that are around you so that you can help them. It's not always people's fault when they fail. So deliberately put yourself in a condition that you can learn how to encode. And then continuously read until you know how to decode. Because the greatest minds tie information in books. As I'm reading, I'm learning. As I'm learning, I'm writing. That's why. So I submit humbly to the throne of the understanding. That's what you do when you read. Value relationships more than money. I know we came to make money. But you don't make money outside relationships. In fact, if you make money outside relationship, you lose it to relationships. Put people above money. Money matters, but people matter more. One of my favorite sayings is that the heart comes before the hand. You don't know what you will do to somebody when you show them love. Because if you value people more than money, people will value you more than money. Write it down. Learn to design and live with systems. Be systematic, not hasty. Haste only leads to waste. Great people are very systematic. Most people that are not systematic are problematic. A system is a predictable, consistent way of getting results. There's a method to it. But what it does for you is that it progressively increases the value that comes to you. That's how to build a system. With these few points of mine, I hope I have not been able to confuse you, but I've been able to convince you.
Over the next 22 weeks, we shall see as the contestants battle it out to become the Maverick.